I'm only going to speak a few minutes on this Kelly Price hoax. I believe that this was a hoax. See, this is the reason why when a black person allegedly comes up missing, I'm not quick to post to offer up prayers and I just sit back and wait and observe because for some reason, whenever it comes to so-called black Americans, there's always some mess attached to it. Always. Never fails. Just like that young man, Jelani, that was found dead. I'm still waiting to see what happened if he was such an upstanding citizen and he was in college. What happened that put him in a position where he came up missing and then found dead? It makes no sense. Things just don't add up. And when Kelly Price came up missing, my first thought was, why all of a sudden these black people are coming up missing? What's going on? So on Instagram, I posted, you know, um, prayers for Kelly Price because I didn't want to appear to be insensitive, right? Because Kelly Price, she made good music. I liked her music, right? But something just didn't seem right. And I had a feeling that she did not want to be found. If her husband refused to give information, well, maybe she didn't want to be disturbed. And people have their opinions on what's going on with Kelly Price, for example, drugs. I don't know. But one thing I will say is that I was down with COVID for over a month and I lost a lot of weight. Kelly Price don't look like she lost any weight. Now, I'm not saying that she did not test positive for that. Some of the things she said was some of the things I've experienced. It's a horrible thing. It's horrible. But something is not adding up. Something is not adding up with her. And now you have her friend that made a video that appeared to be upset. Her sister was making videos, right? And now it's come out that it's a hoax, that she was never missing. So this is why when us folk come up missing, allegedly, I'm not quick to jump on that. I'll sit back and observe and wait for some details. But I'm not going to just jump on the sympathy bandwagon. I'm not. I'm going to wait because there always seems something attached to it. Some mess. So I'm glad that she's quote unquote found, but she was never really lost. And I'm hoping that she's okay, and I'm hoping that she will be okay. Because when she was, speaking on TMZ, she gave reference to the death of her, I believe it was her mom's or somebody, and that's enough to weigh down on you. I know people that lost their father and their moms, and they hadn't recovered from that. They isolate themselves. They don't want to be found. They don't want to be bothered. They resorted to drugs, things like that. So it affects different people different ways, and Kelly just have to go through what she's going through. Yes, that's her personal business, you know. And she made mention of people coming to her house and leaving packages. Well, there's people that's gonna show love to her. Cause I know, like when I was down sick, my brother, they left food and water and stuff on the front porch. My sister was constantly calling me, asking me, is there anything I need? I didn't because of the fact that I always stock up. When I go to, Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco's, I remember ship at all these places. So When I go grocery shopping, I stock up. So I wasn't in need really of anything. But, it touched my heart, man. I was very grateful for what they did, you know, in the time in the time where I was sick, you know, it was around Thanksgiving and I gave up my turkey, man. We was going to have a big thing at my house, but that happened and I called my sister, left the turkey on the front porch. She came and got it. I was home with, COVID, so, but I was very grateful that they thought about me in that way. So, but Kelly seemed a bit annoyed and she was saying that they was disturbing the neighbors and whatnot. No, they were just concerned about you because the media put out there that you were missing. I don't know why you would take offense of that. Especially if you got fans and family members or so-called friends that's concerned about you. See? So there's some other things that's going on that we don't know about or we don't see. We can only guess, but we don't know. We really don't know. And to be perfectly honest, it's not our business. But I guess when the media put it out there, they kind of made it people's business, or people feel that it became their business because they're fans and they're concerned. But when it comes to the fans and leaving things and disturbing the neighbors, whatever she perceived as disturbing the neighbors, these are just concerned people. And I would not even, I'd be grateful, man, that, people cared enough. There's so many people I've encountered, man, that just didn't feel that their family members love them and nobody loves them and they're going through all by themselves. And now here you have people that's going out of their way to make sure that you're okay, and you're offended by that. It makes no sense. So there's people that just don't want to be bothered. And people like that, you leave alone. Give them their space, and whatever happens, happen. It's unfortunate, but whatever happens, happens. It's their choice, their decision to be alone. So there's a lot of other things that's going on that we don't know anything about, and we just grab anything that the media tells us or what somebody that don't really know says. Because now there's a lot of conflicting messages. Right? So it was a hoax, man. Kelly Price said that she was never missing. I didn't think she was missing. Because if the boyfriend was so uncooperative and not giving information and not letting the family, there's a reason. It sounds like there's an issue that she had issues with the family. Those are family problems that was brought to the public by family. So Kelly, you can't go off on your fans for showing concern and caring. You look at it like they disturbing your neighbors. In their mind, they're thinking you're missing. Especially after what happened with this girl, Gabby. That's got a boyfriend that's now missing as well. So, people only know what you put out there, man. So why would you take offense to people showing, caring concern towards you? There's a lot of people that would love to have that attention and love and for somebody to really care about them, man. There's people that really want to be cared about. There's people that really feel alone on this planet that's going through depression alone. And nobody seems to care. But because you're Kelly Price and you have fans and so-called friends that's concerned about you to disturb your neighbors. I wish somebody would disturb my neighbors if it came out that I'm missing. Disturb my neighbors, find out where I am. Leave stuff on the porch. If you think I need something, leave it. Why would I reject that blessing? It's not a curse, it's a blessing. So there's things that's not right with this situation. And again, that's why I don't get caught up, when I start hearing things about, especially us folk come up missing, because for some reason, some mess is always tied to it. There's always some mess to it. So the best thing to do is just sit back and watch and observe and wait for the results to come out. And then have an opinion if you have one. So, feedback, tell me what you think until next time. I'm fearless.